Hello, and welcome. I have no idea what this is. Today, I begin Factorio Space Exploration, which came out while I was out of town, so I couldn't play it for a while. But I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's breaking stuff down into parts. So this is mining material that is both stone and wood. Interesting. Okay, I can make a world. And just see, I assume the start's gonna be the same as Factorio because there can't be that many varieties. Hello! It has been a while. I've launched this several times to test it, and every time I instantly get hit by solar flares or coronal mass ejection streams. How have you been? A lot of engines. Okay. Burner drills. Lots of resources. Yeah. It's good that you've been good in spite of being busy. Okay, so I gotta figure out what to do, but it's a mystery. Oil, coal. I guess I should go here. Okay. Yeah. It's been a while. No, I was looking forward to this releasing. It released coincidentally while I was very busy. Well, I wasn't busy, but I was out, just in general. Yeah, I just have to figure out how to start, because I don't know. I know very little specific beyond, I think space exploration gets to space faster than like vanilla Factorio, maybe. I also don't remember numbers and anything that I need, but it did suggest a different initial like resource distribution, so it's gonna be different in that way to start. This stuff's pretty funny. Okay, so I can start. Oh, this is burner assembling machines. I can't remember whether those existed. It's probably wasteful of a chest, but I can do that for now. Yeah, it's been like a year since I've touched Factorio at all. Let alone like vanilla, because Space Age did change a few things, so that might have all been 2.0 changes anyway. What was slowing me down here? Something slowed walking. But it'll be a fun time to get into this again. There's a lot more just litter on the ground. Okay, can start by doing it all manually for a bit. Until I'm not relying on burner devices. Though that might have also been changed. Sleeping friend. Creates one friend. Is it a minion? Yeah. Control? Okay. You always gotta deploy friends. It's the only way. To have success. That's so weird. I either didn't run into it much in vanilla Factorio, or the water is something new. These little puddles. Okay, I need a goal. So I have this recipe book thing because it was recommended. I assume I need to do research like normal. "401 technologies have been omitted from this view. 500. It's a lot of technology. I assume it's basically the entire tech tree, but... So I think that's what I need to work on. I need to craft 10 iron plates. Actually, that was something that was noteworthy in either 2.0 or Space Age as well, where there's a bunch of research involving just doing normal stuff. So I have to craft a burner lab. Oh, because it's not a normal research lab, it's a burner lab. I confused myself into thinking it's researching burner stuff. Yeah, I think the do a thing research is kind of, without big changes, seems to me like the easiest way to like, ooh, a mahogany tree. Like the easiest way to sort of guide a direction. Craft 50 single cylinder engines. The need for specificity on single cylinder engines is not really worrying, but is noteworthy. Wrong button. I need to remember all these shortcuts again. Control click, shift click, control right click maybe. It'll take a little. Yes, that's gonna craft. So I need to make... So the biggest point of progress would be eventual electricity-based things. This is electricity there, which adds burner turbine generators that use small electric motors. Yeah, I didn't get the usual stuff there. A fuel processor, need stone bricks. I need to make sure that I don't look too far ahead. I will get myself overwhelmed very quickly. I should really make more of these to at least gradually produce some of those while I figure out what I want to do. I don't have a free starting gun. How do I remedy that? Military needs me to research. I need science to be able to do that. Okay. Okay, that's a good focus. Oh, lower left. Oh, yeah, thank you. I forgot that it wasn't in the inventory. But I can't craft one. Could I not craft one at the start before? Core seam. Can be mined with a core mining drill to gain core fragments. The seam fissure can be temporarily sealed to build. You can build over it. Interesting. Ah. Okay, time to remember how to shoot. It's either F or space. If I die, I die. And I press the wrong button. Middle click, right click to consume. Okay. Worth the test. Very quick death. Oh. Control click, yes. I think I was pressing F. I shouldn't have gone back in. Oh, I have to pick it up and then right click to consume it. I've been playing some other game in the last year where I could just right click directly from a hotbar. I cannot remember what it was. Anyway, I shouldn't go fight those. I should just ignore them for now, because I don't think that's productive. I was certain I'd put coal in that one. Hey, combat is certainly something in this game. It takes a while before it gets funny. I don't... Ooh. Even when I was last playing, it had become basically just Spidertrons and a railgun for fun. Okay, so that's that first step. Now I need to make this, which is iron gear wheels and copper plates. Yeah. I never really did grenades. I always I always kind of just... Actually, what I did the last time I played was basically just get a car and circle strat until that became a bad idea, and I died several times. Okay, so I need to craft science, which needs gear wheels. I need, if I want to do anything, if I want grenades, stronger explosives, military 2 is grenades. I can probably do military 2. Bit clunky without automation, but yeah. Oh, it's gonna be forever before I can get like a weirdly accelerating tank. Rocket fuel in a tank was pretty funny. Just running through everything in accident and doing my best to not destroy my own stuff. If I get search. This did have. I thought it had something with. Maybe it didn't. Maybe elevated rails explicitly was something that didn't work. Or I disabled it accidentally. Guess enough meaningless gathering. I should really put a burner. On some stone. To keep stuff moving. Yeah. I think that the start is gonna be weird. It's been a long time. The starts are kind of... My memory of the start in normal Factorio is like trying my best to get steam power that I just fuel with coal, but it seems like they want to incentivize a fuel processing based energy, maybe. Though they do label the processed fuel as being for vehicles, but can be used for other things. That seems important. Yeah. I think I fall too much into the goal of like, this will be irrelevant quickly, even though it won't be irrelevant as quickly as like it should be. Actually, feeding, I never actually considered just feeding a miner into a miner, like looping 4 together. It just never crossed my mind. I always feed them back into themselves, but feeding them into one another is assuming, you know, that's cheaper. Yeah, having this type of thing is a little easier than looping it with itself. I think cheaper. You don't have to fuel the burner grabbers. Okay, I should just place this down somewhere, because it will not be permanent. Oh, that's really weird. It's very, very odd to look at. A burner. Research. Okay, so I need to make something that I want to research first. I could try to do, if I want to get military too, say to blow stuff up with grenades, then I need electricity. Electricity needs fuel processing, so I should get 10 of these first. And a burner assembling machine. I like that it gets all bright red. I mean, these are really cool looking. Like, there's a lot more motion on those than the normal electric assembling machines. I actually have to start the research. Process any chemical fuels into processed fuels. Into processed fuel. Interesting. So it just makes the fuel better by 10%. Meteors? Location somewhere? Very far away. I hope that doesn't get annoying. Oh, yes. Efficient looting. That guy's just gonna burn out at this point. Yes, there's lots of those small inputs that I won't remember. Yeah, I'd have to be a little careful, because if I do it at the wrong timing, I could take away all the coal and have to re-input. Okay, one more. So actually, this is a crafting speed 1, mining speed 0.25, 0.2 per second. Yeah, so it cooks faster. I think I did a lot of just burner inserters, you know, fueling themselves and fueling stuff. That worked well. I kind of don't know if I should rush electricity. Electricity's so much less annoying. I want electricity, but I want the science packs, so. I'll do this. I'll get one more point. Get a little more of military. Yeah, the assemblers. I assumed they would be awkward. Assembling machine, electric motors. Electric motors are... It is a lot of copper. But that doesn't seem too bad. It's... Is it worse than vanilla, or is it fairly in line? Yeah, I was under a bit of an impression that it was harder to get electricity going in this because there's so many burner options that I assumed you'd have to stick in that phase for a lot longer. But it doesn't look... Maybe it's just less of an efficient improvement? Because you can't as easily automate everything. 90% efficiency. Oh, one here, okay. I was trying to look at the fuel processor to figure out if I could understand how it works. I wonder. Yeah. Like... a bit of a bonus. You know what? I should move that over and see if I can just burner fuel it. One of these. It does indeed steal from this. Cool. That'll keep it running with a little bit less effort. Oh, my stone has been probably out of... Still not out of fuel. It's way more efficient than I thought. These don't burn through nearly as much coal as I always assumed they did. I probably should do the auto feed into furnaces, because manually doing it is kind of pointless. But if I want to... I'm gonna craft that just to sort of see what it is. Okay, 2x2. Kind of cool looking. Processed fuel. Made in, burned in. I'd put that. It's 10 megajoules. 4 megajoules. Take this out so I can count. It should be efficient. It's like 3 coal at 4 megajoules per. No, that isn't efficient. If it's 3 coal, maybe it's 2.5. I don't think it's... I might not be doing the math. That's just an awkward number. Oh, let's do the math. Okay, 39. 44? So yeah, it is 2.5. I think. That's kind of silly. Like, the fact that it is actually just... Like, it said 10%, but I assumed it would need some form of loss, but it being, like, completely free gain is a little funny. Okay, I got the military. I could try to get military 2. I probably shouldn't. I have fuel processing. I could work towards electricity. Steel. Oh yeah, I added a grappling gun mod because they recommended it. I probably won't try to get it right away, but I think I'll go towards electricity. Yeah. I guess the one factor that sort of exists is you can't place it in space. So there's something controlled there. Hello. How are you today? More science. I want to go take a... Oh, that was a core thing. There's a lot of iron. Really doesn't look like the best place to set up a base. But if I try to rush trains, it will make me happy. So... They're even more stack efficient than coal. That's weird. Very, very odd. Where is my fuel? That's there, that's stone, then add that. What a weird... It does change the early game to have that sort of weird fuel processing. Okay. I do need to get more iron, so I should make more drills and furnaces. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Did not do that. I didn't distribute that correctly. Very, very weird. Consumes chemical. Max consumption of 9.09 megawatts. I guess it is extra pollution. Unless somehow the processed fuel releases less. Did I say less pollution? I definitely should have said more pollution. How do I... There. 18, 15, 4, 10... Oh, the pistol has a 50% damage bonus. That's kind of neat. Okay, let's see if I die again. Probably. Huh? Okay, I have to learn how to use these. I have to right click within the circle. Okay. Good to learn. Can't do anything about that until I have grenades or something. Or a car. Oh. I guess I probably should have checked how much there was to mine before I work with that. Okay. So she got more copper. And figure out what does Informatron actually do. It does give me information, none of which is useful right now. If you start on a tiny planet. That's an interesting piece of information, that there are planet sizes, which suggests limited exploration. Sounds kind of fun. But maybe Sleeping Friend can help me. 25 range, 3 shooting speed. I don't want Sleeping Friend to die. They do 6 times as much damage as I do. Oh wait, that's combat mechanics overhaul. Yeah, that's why it's weird. Oh. Yeah, that's the idea that you could actually not have to forever deal with biters is appealing. Oops, wrong button. Kind of makes me want to run in one direction just to get to like an idea of the edge. Okay, I need to stop running in circles. Research is going slowly. I could speed it up. Research speed is 1.1 per second. I don't know. 10 seconds per research. 0.1 per second, which should mean 1 every 10 seconds, which means it should be pretty much a 1-to-1. Which it definitely is. Yeah, I could do that. And I will. Oh no. Oh. I mean, I could have definitely seen that coming. Don't make 4 shotguns. That's silly. I'm just gonna die again. I'll just let them leave, I hope. Because everything's broken. I probably should have just left and not set up near here. That would have been a better choice. Finish building the shotgun, make some shells. Well, it's pretty easy to recover. Probably should rush the grenades, though. What happens if we just sort of... put that guy down there? Will he help me? Okay, now if this guy will help me enough, I can probably clear one nest. Okay, I should have positioned him closer. Feels a little cheesy. Ah, that's close. But now I won't get attacked right away. My biter friend is dead. Definitely need grenades. Or a car. Oh, I know this. Oh, yeah. Desert. Deserts are bad. That's why it spreads so quickly. More of these. Those. How'd they not target that one? This one piece of research completed. I'm not gonna put that down now. Should run into the forest and have it eat all the pollution for me. They're gonna come and wipe me out again. Okay. Logistics, 75. And I need to research that. I need 50 single cylinder engines. Which needs more of iron. And that gets me conveyors. They wanted me to craft 50 single cylinder engines. I didn't craft 50, but I guess the ones that I picked up, I did craft 50. Because all these other things counted. Okay. Oh! The burner inserters use the engines. I guess it is just an extra layer added on. I want this because I want grenades. For grenades, I will need Science 2. Science 2 will need transport belts and inserters. A bunch of copper. Which I don't have enough of. Clear out. Fuel. Should really rebuild that. Okay, so just to get military 2, I will need 20 greens, 20 inserters, and 40 belts. Belts craft in 2, which means that'll be enough. I already have a bunch of belts because of mining pre-existing landing structures. I forgot all about. Iron. It's 5095 more. Then the grenades will need coal and iron plates. Perfect. I just have to make sure I don't convert all my coal. Ah. The ultimate super serious but also very much not serious space game. No matter how serious a game is mechanically, when it has weird bobblehead-esque creatures as the main characters, it's a little bit less serious. But then the complicated having to worry about gravity and all that for launching ships. Okay, there's the crafting going. How far have I gotten in what? Because if you're talking Kerbal Space Program, then I've never played it because it's really not for me. In this, I have gotten 52 minutes in to this mod because it released a couple weeks ago for the Factorio 2.0. Maybe a month ago, actually. But in general, I've mostly beaten the normal game. Though beaten is probably a flexible description. Do you find it interesting as a game? Oh, I can just respawn by pressing a button. Cool. Can't access the star map. Yeah. I think it'll take a little while before this game gets... or before this world becomes... like... I would say relaxing. Because I'm about to be swarmed by biters again if I don't build weapons to deal with them quickly. Yeah, it's not craftable. Figures. Yeah. I really enjoy the figuring out like a functional solution to problems. Super optimizing it is where it tends to lose me a little. But I don't know how optimal. Well, optimizing for the sake of optimizing loses me a little. But that's probably far away. Oh yeah. Oh, I have to research steel. Oh no. I don't need steel for a grenade though. That's unfortunate. Like, yeah, I know that I would never be able to get into playing, like, with a goal of a super extreme mega base type build. Where that's what I think people who play this a lot tend to go towards. I don't know though. I don't. It just seems to be a common topic in the general topic of this game. Yeah, playing it to have fun is the most important thing. I don't know what SSTO means. It feels like it should be like orbiter, but that, oops, wrong button. That doesn't make sense for a mothership. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess to a point, single stage to orbit. A single stage to orbit. Oh, okay. I was misinterpreting the words to leave a mothership. What you meant was to leave a mothership in orbit. What I was interpreting was launching from a mothership and then going back. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I should stop just running back and forth like this. Yeah, I think the building bigger is fun, but you need to properly plan ahead though. Planning ahead to be reasonably... I mean, planning ahead basically just means if you just build everything horizontal, it can work. You just build it with enough space. But then optimizing beyond that is effort. Okay. Can I don't have research for a turret. I could build armor. That I don't think will help that much. But I should get some stuff going so that I don't necessarily die repeatedly when that eventually triggers. Okay, things that would be productive. Just more burners, but I'm trying to delay having everything get attacked, so I shouldn't build more burners right now. That's funny looking. Why it's jumping up and down so much. It's tanking because I had nothing to oh, I'm not adding greens. Get fuel in a minute. Set the... Ah. That's a weird limitation. I guess it makes sense. I just didn't expect to need to get electricity for that. Okay. Which means I need to set up burner turbine generators. And hope I don't destroy... I need to avoid getting these destroyed. Fly, send a plane. Fly, return. So the mothership will be based... Well, that's pretty close. Will be based on or above the moon or above Kerbin. Okay, you all. Keep going. So I can't get grenades very quickly. Can I get walls to try to cheese this a little? Cheesing is not really the right word. Nope, because I need the green. I could make gun turrets. That feels a little silly. That I can make gun turrets more easily than I can research how to make grenades. But I guess it is what it is. Wait. Make one spaceplane design and cargo. Ah. So moon is one moon and Lathe is another moon? Multi-moons. So I will just research how to build gun turrets because that's easier than making grenades. No, grenades are definitely easier in reality, historically, I think, than a gun turret. That's a funny research line. The only next thing is 2 more tiers, well, 3 more tiers, or some sort of very end. That's not even end game, is it? That's kind of mid-late game, I bet. Yeah, that's not even end game. Okay, time to go and use gun turrets. I can't remember how well gun turrets deal with stuff. I don't know if I've seen that one specifically. Like, I know the general tone. I don't know if I've seen the turrets trailer. Okay, I've seen a bunch of these. Yeah, we fire the whole bullet. That's a good trailer. 65 whatever percent more bullets per bullet. Because they fire the whole bullet. That's quite good. This game, or there's either this mod or one of the recommended mods, adds an easier way to place spider bots into the world automatically. So you can probably, like, very effectively produce tons of them on planets, even if you're not there anymore. Instead of having to elaborately place them using drones. Which is a bit of a nuisance. Okay, that should be... I don't know if I should go offensive or defensive. I think I go semi-defensive. Pull them back. Go and shoot back and forth a bit to take them out. Oh yeah. I don't know if there's sort of... I assume it's somewhat of a... like infinite worlds type setup. That was a shotgun shot. Very wasteful. Okay, this seems like the way to do it. I think I put them too far away though. Just slowly encroach on their territory. That's the easiest way. But keep out of range of these guys. Okay, that should be fine. And now I can take these out. As long as I'm careful. And I'm not being careful enough. Because spitters are dangerous. So this solar system is finite? Okay, so there is a limit. I hope there's at least like an obnoxious number of planets to manage. Well, I hope there's more than there were in space exploration, because while there were a lot, I feel like there could be more. Did I say space exploration? I meant space age. I'm gonna die. I'm like 2 hits away. I took that out at least. It's 1 step forward. And these guys chewed through a lot more ammo than I thought. That's fine. They got destroyed. Oh well, that's fine. I got rid of most of them, so I can do the rest if I'm careful. Because, I don't know, it feels like it'd be... I hope there's... I don't know what I want from the planets in this. Oh, I can't get myself back. I hope there's nothing... well, I don't know. Gleba was not my favorite planet. I respect it a lot. But I think I preferred Gleba to Fulgora. But I hope there's nothing like that distinct. Why can I... Oh, because there's nothing in it? That's why I can't interact with it? Yes, okay. Oh, these spitters really outrange me. Oh. Don't stand in the spit. Okay, safe. Yeah. I think what I want from this though is much more that logistics than new mechanics. As fun as new mechanics from the new oh goodness. Maybe I just abandon this location and go find something that's not by a desert. Because the desert's really annoying. Yeah, I liked all the mechanics. I found Gleba. Gleba and Fulgora regularly became problems because of errors on in my design. And it was always fairly easy to fix and stuff, except for one time. I think one time my entire Gleba thing kind of got destroyed. Yeah. Both of the places that both this playthrough and the last Space Age one, I think both of them basically started on the border of a desert, and it was always an issue. Until I built my super duper wall around my entire base. That was a lot of fun. With train logistics to keep it all stocked. Oh, actually, but if I leave, there's gonna be biters everywhere, aren't there? So I can't really relocate. So I probably should have left that there for a bit. But the pollution will die down a little if I don't produce more. Really not a great starting spot, huh? So this would be nice. To keep me kind of safe. Nope. Yeah, I can't really go this way. Oh, there is a bunch of trees, which would help. If I find a nice deposit of resources there, that might be viable. I doubt that will be the case, though. Yeah. I'm committed now, but I can get behind the concept of, oh, I spawned in a desert, restart. Because it's just such a complete disadvantage. Like, there's really no... I don't think there's any reason to, like, want to start in a desert other than not having to clear trees. But clearing trees means collecting wood, and you need that for power poles, so it's not even bad. I can't run more researching, okay. So I need to get power set up with electricity. I need to craft the better assembling machines. That's 100 research, wow. Yeah, I mean, grenades, the eventual drones. Like, oh, that's kind of funny. Seeing the light as I move my cursor around. That looks like a special resource, but it could just be flowers, alien flora. It's pretty unfortunate to have like the 3 biter nests all here in the like this distance in the desert, but nothing equivalent in the foresty area. Feels pretty mean-spirited. It's all random. It's not like... It's not like they intentionally increase biter spawns in the deserts, right? That would be needlessly mean. Ooh, uranium. Oh, meteorites. Okay. I guess I should look for those after they fall if I want tiny amounts of uranium. It's really not a good start, huh? I guess I can just go back to it and just accept getting attacked and just have turrets set up. That seems like the only viable option, because I've seen no iron except for the stuff here. Which is a little unfortunate. Though it is like 1,000,000 iron, so you win some, you lose some. I know in base vanilla level Factorio, water is like a finite thing, and I don't think you can terraform it in place, but maybe in this it's possible at some point. Okay, I get that going. I will be building turrets to defend my base. That turret's gonna break. Oh, no, I guarantee that there are mods that do just about everything. I just don't know if this one or any of the associated ones do that. Mostly because I don't think you really need, like, there's a lot of stuff to get rid of, or a lot. There's stuff to get rid of water because it's a waste of potential factory building space. So I imagine there's very little priority given to space that can't really be used. I've seen create. I think it never really... It didn't really draw me in as much as a lot of the other tech mods, because probably just because I like the, I don't know, simpler. You use pipes, move stuff around, you move power through electrical cables and stuff. Like that style of stuff always appealed to me more. I've still not returned to that. And I probably never will be able to, because that'd be like, oh, where did I leave off? Did you start? Because I think when I was playing it, whenever it was, months ago, half a year, oh, I can't remember. Is it the same world that I think you started around then? Just making slow but steady progress on the horizons. This is gonna break and lose all the ammo. Oh no, because when I was playing Greg Tech New Horizons, Zosit started one around then. I think around when there was a bunch of Bronze Age Steam stuff that was added recently at that point. I think I stopped basically at the second tier of the EBF with like Campbell coils and stuff. Oh, I'm not collecting copper. Whoops. NEI auto crafting? So like different from the like clicking into a grid. Is it like crafting using NEI to like craft components for like the final product? This HP regen is abysmal. Okay, there is enough ammo in these. I want one more turret down here. Then I can start getting electrical stuff. These are low efficiency, 2 megawatts. Which is not great. Work, and it makes so yeah, like so if you have all of the required stuff, you don't have to like manually do all the work to craft 25 stacks of screws or something. You never really needed that many screws at once. You need a lot of screws over time, just not a single craft. Okay, this looks fine for the moment. Now I need to figure out electricity. So I place this. That's very big. Just put fuel in. Okay, pretty simple. So I need poles, small. I guess this is just an alternative. So if you want to use iron, you can, because trees are not sustainable. That's a good improvement, not having to do all the obnoxious little crafting steps. I think that's a great change. But because it invalidates all the effort put in so far, I can never play this again. Wahaha. Do I want electric mining drills? I doubt it, because these don't list an efficiency, but I'm assuming that they're maybe higher efficiency than this. This lists an efficiency of 85%, which means for a burner, okay, a burner drill might be more fuel efficient. I'll have to check. These are 10 per minute pollution, mining speed of 0.5 per second versus mining speed of 0.25. They do mine twice as fast, and they do pollute half as much effectively. Yeah, but can I get steam? If I have to research steam, I assume. Oh no, there's steam, okay. Steam has to be with fluid handling. Oh yeah, I can't do that, okay. That's a lot of fluids. I'm gonna ignore all of this fluid because that is going to That's a lot of fluids. I need to get energy to even make that. Yeah, I'm assuming I probably don't need too many. And if I set them up near trees, it'll be less of a problem. Extra power poles are probably acceptable. I don't have batteries because, or whatever they're called in this game. They're not called batteries because batteries are crafted them. Capacitors? Been too long. Okay, this can get me power in the area that I need it. Not efficiently at all. But what I need is assembly machines. Because otherwise I can't make grenades. Because it's weird. Well, that's funny. I guess I'm confused. There's assembling machine 1, okay. It's interesting that the assembling machine 1 isn't a requirement for the green science, because you can't make the green science until you have the assembling machine unlocked. It kind of feels like it could be a requirement. And then I'm just crafting a bunch of this. This is useless right now. No, that's what I saw. You need at least an assembling machine 1 for the logistics. I was lost for a second that I couldn't start making them, but it's weirdly restricted. Well, weirdly, it's an intentional restriction to make it so you have to make progress. Yeah, they can't be crafted. They just can't be crafted here, which is odd. I don't know why I can put 104 when the stack size is 100. That will take time. So, I do this research. It gets me the automation. With the automation, I can do green science, and then I can go wipe stuff out. But I also need to consider if electric mining drills are worth it. Because they could be valuable. Core fragment processing. A pulverizer gets you a bunch of resources. That's kind of cool. That's an interesting mechanic. It doesn't seem crazy, but yeah, that seems like any like RN 0 to 4 RNG into that, probably not an issue, just over prepare to consume 4 core fragments for every 20 core fragment iron ores, but it does a lot. Oh, that's fun. Diminishing returns if multiple are used on the same body, because the core that they are mining is the core of the planet, or the body that's being harvested from. It's kind of fun. Feels like it'll be a good, simple-ish mechanic to deal with, at least initially. I have one here, I have one there. It's a funny mechanic. Meteor. I could speed this up more. I just really don't know if I should. Yeah. Okay, so this is all the research prepared, so that will get me the automation. After automation, I want to research that, but I should do this, which means 25 more. Yeah, I should definitely not just assume everything will work. $90 kilowatts. Oh yeah. 90 kilowatts. I should be able to fuel 20 per turbine? Unless my math is off on kilowatt to megawatt. It should be 1,000 kilowatts. Oh yeah, the core mining. Yeah, I mean, the resources provided kind of made it feel like it's not a current issue. But yeah, actually looking at it, 100 mining speed per second, 25 megawatts. That seems pretty efficient. In terms of energy to resources. That's a ton of pollution. Oh yeah. I mean, you can't really make your stuff that costs anything that costs that much power and isn't worth it feels like a balancing failure. Because like if it costs 25 megawatts and it's strictly worse than normal mining, why would you ever do it? Okay, what am I trying to do? Electric mining will be researched after this. It will take 8 minutes. Is there anything I can do that's productive in that time frame? could make more gun turrets. Yeah. Oh. I was just reminded of the, like, fusion power from Space Age, which is the most trivial power source. It was so easy to set up at the point in the game where it was unlocked. And it's like super cheap for the point in game at which it's unlocked. And it looks cool. And even nuclear power was pretty simple once it got rolling. This one has to have comparable sorts of power systems, I imagine. Is power a resource? Not in this context. Yep, plasma generators, particle colliders, material fabricator. What can I make in a material fabricator? Weird. It's cool to look at these late game mechanics and see that there's a micro black hole data card and have no idea what it's for. Time-space anomaly. Teleportation. Extended deep space catalog. It just keeps going. Very interesting to me. I kind of can't wait. So I want electricity. I need to get the science packs. I need to be productive, but I don't know what. I could start making steel. Very slowly. Get like a couple of these producing steel. Kind of guessing they're not going to steal the... Yeah, they don't steal it to provide it. Which is fair enough. So now I can get a little bit of steel. Which will be welcome. Should explore up this way so I don't suddenly get attacked by biters. Where are trains? Unlocked by automated rail transportation. Train stops. Wait. I guess, yeah, you can manually drive trains, huh? It's not that far away. That feels like a good goal. Try to get trains quickly. Ooh, uranium. That's more than enough uranium, probably, to get started. Oh, I bet I can't get the uranium out of it until I can actually mine uranium. Which is fair. More coal. That's not a good deposit. $1.9 million, which is nice, but that marsh, unless because I can't build on it. Oh, yep. I figured there'd be better not far. 3 spitters? I can't take care of that. Where is the car? It's not crazy. The tank is harder, obviously. They're at 2% out from evolution. I don't need to worry about that one right away. Oh, yay, more iron. I probably could have seen that a long time ago. It's still in the desert, though. Doesn't really help me with my issues. Maobob tree? It's kind of weird to see in a... I guess it's a baobab tree, but... them being blue in the desert. Feels surprising for some reason. Are there no spitters? That one's pretty easy to take out. I don't think I can just go for it, but... Effect heal 50 poison. But I didn't research Americas, did I? Probably should consider it. Also didn't really plan properly. I should have routed this up sooner. That's there. Now I need green science. I need what's the ratio? 2 to 1. Okay, so I need 40. Which means 20, 10. 20, 10. No power because I never gave fuel to these. I wonder if these are self-controlling. I kind of hope they aren't. Oh, they are. It's fine. It's not an issue. I just kind of... That feels too generous. Doesn't make it worse. I just... feels unnecessary. To have early game generators. I mean, them being inefficient doesn't really make it more interesting. So I guess it's not really a negative. Yeah, I just thought there were a bunch of early stuff where power gen didn't regulate itself properly. But maybe it always did. Yeah. Because I thought it wasn't until like, oh wait, no. Maybe I'm thinking in what is actually the exact opposite. Where the... Okay. it's the opposite where nuclear power, you have to manage it a bit. It's not super hard to manage, but you do have to pay attention to like the input. But everything else, I guess it makes sense if it was efficient. And then the fusion generator then became efficient, despite how aesthetically similar it was. Well, it's like the maintaining of heat level was, I think, what was, or at least what I associated with being inefficient. Does it automatically have a steel thing, or do I have to actually craft it? No, it's automatically. Yeah. But like, it was, you had to, maybe I'm misremembering the specifics, but I thought there was something about energy spent on getting it up to temperature, so ideally you don't want it to drop below a like minimum steam producing temperature. Because otherwise some amount of energy doesn't get converted to steam. That's weird. Okay. I guess I must have misinterpreted it then. And it all worked out, but how far is nuclear? Two more science pack types. Very, 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 very far. Solar's not that far. But probably expensive. I think that's more expensive. Not even including whatever glass is. Glass was not a normal thing. How do I make glass? Sand. How do I get sand? Stone. In an assembler. Weird. Nodding or modding? Or noting. And I'm misreading it. Noting would be an E. Okay, I can now make grenades. This is good. Oh, sand processing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's the addition of glass adds an extra bit of tedium until it gets automated. Because you have to break it down, then convert it to glass instead of just sort of crafting stuff a little more quickly. Then once it's automated, it's automated. Okay, so I should probably do logistics. Oh, I should get repair kits, honestly. Need more iron. This will not be efficient. I'll wait for these to craft. I was gonna say I'll wait for these to craft while I go blow stuff up, but I have to craft the grenades. Are you modding it for just options, like different stuff you can do? Or to make stuff simpler? Visuals, new destination, yeah. That makes sense. More stuff to explore. Okay, do I even need the steel? Not really. Okay. I need to think. So, what I need to do is not do what I normally do, which is start building right here. I should funnel all the ore way down. I can't see half that stone. This texture and that texture are too similar. Or go left. Maybe I go vertical. I always default to like building stuff vertical, but if I pull this and plan to expand north-south instead of east-west, then this is a good spot because there's no water blocking it yet. Sure. I've convinced myself. And it's already annoying. It's not well laid out, and it will need to be modified. I'll do that for now. Just to get it going. Good enough. Yeah, repair packs, those are useful. I don't need a harpoon gun yet. I should consider walls. Ah, no, I should do this. I should do the research to get better power. Which will take a while because I don't have any of this automated yet, but steam power will be welcome. Guess I still need to run these, which means that I need at least a little bit of this, which will be cobbled together. Already a bad idea. Because I don't have long arm inserters yet. Oh, never mind, I do. I didn't realize I'd researched them. This will not be efficient long term. I mean, I guess I have to replace it anyway. Because... Oh, that's not gonna work. I'll have to replace it with higher quality, bigger furnaces eventually, so I might as well make something that works. And just replace it eventually. Already a terrible idea, though. Yeah. I never actually made a proper, like, smelting blueprint. Okay, for now, this is good enough. Like, I think I basically always just made a huge line. Do any of these? I have my generic... Why is that? Oh, that's a shipping ship. Yeah, the fusion stuff doesn't exist in Space Age, so it's a bunch of question marks. It's funny to look at how few of these I have. Though that storage thing's practical. Yeah. No, I think it's... Wait, is there a setting that I need to enable? Or a button I need to push? There it is. I think figuring out a reasonably efficient one shouldn't be crazy. Because it is relatively basic. Yeah. Why is that? Oh, wait, it's out of fuel because it's out of fuel. It's not an electric one. Yeah, I should put at least some thought into the design. It is the issue where I'm like, oh, I won't be using this for that long. I will only be using it for as long as it takes to get to electric, even though iron, steel, the various iron furnaces are good. I'm like, oh, I'll never need to. I won't have to use it for long enough for it to be worth putting in time, but it definitely would be worth putting in a little bit of time. Okay. I have some of these. I guess I can ghost place. So if I just ghost place stuff, I can get an idea of how I want to work with it. So if I... Oops. Is that... Okay, so if I did that... It's a question of... whether that's a good idea or if it's better to I don't think these ever get fast enough that long arms are bad. These are 4.32 degrees per second. These produce one every 3 seconds. I'm assuming 360 degrees per second would mean one item per second. Which means it would have to go 3 times as fast. Having to long arm to get rid of it isn't really an issue. But maybe long arm insert is better. I bet it is better. And then this allows for better use of a middle line. And then I can just split the input. Because if I have separate lines on the outside, then I do only need I can probably just run coal and iron on the outside. 50-50 split, and it would supply them enough. This uses 90 kilowatts. Coal is 4 megajoules. That's plenty for coal, and it only needs 0.3 per second. So like, ignoring the actual belt supply speed, which I shouldn't long term, but short term doesn't really matter. Did I do the necessary research for splitters? No, I need splitters. Wait, this is still green. Yeah, I need more greens. 24 would mean 24, 8. Oh, I guess, yeah, because 8 would mean 16. About 16 items per second? Oh, I guess it's 0.31, which would mean 8 should be 15, I guess. To fill that. Yeah, I mean, I think that has to be functional. I still think I probably will need splitters to get this to really work. Oh yes, I need to make grenades to go blow stuff up. I got distracted by mundane concerns. That's quite convenient if it perfectly upgrades to the next tier. That's almost like it was planned. But they wouldn't do that, would they? I'm really surprised these biters haven't attacked me. I'm surprised pollution hasn't spread to them. I guess this, like, small number of trees is helping a lot. And I guess it is actually a large area already, so even with it being a desert, it's less of a problem. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I probably can't do this until I do the research. And I can't do the research if I don't go deliver the items to research with. It's fine for fuel. I do need to actually automate that stuff pretty quickly. I knew that would happen eventually. I need to let it mine out that... all that iron. I wish I could filter it. How does this work? I did like 5 of the iron, but not the rest. You know what? I should probably just do this. This is the iron that I need to get rid of. It'll be quick enough. Which actually, that was visible, wasn't it? Yeah, I can just do it while it's mining. Big mining drill. I assumed that was part of Space Age, but I guess... No, big mining drill was part of Space Age. Because it was from the Vulcan planet. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say I was pretty lucky that I hadn't gotten any before, but I guess it probably just got thrown into the furnaces, because that's what is done with iron ore. So I probably didn't need to worry about that at all. Wow, that's expensive. That's a lot of coal. I really need more drills on coal. Grenades do not enough damage, so I do need a bunch of them. 5 will not be enough. It's not in my radar, okay. Almost in radar. Okay. They have 360 HP. So I need at least 10, and that's assuming no damage resistance, which I think they do have. 5. So I do 30 damage each? Yeah. I mean, it really does help, though, that just by natural, like, the area has like it doesn't have a limit to the expansion, but it like is controlled. The more you pollute, the less it spreads because area, but it's not enough. More grenades, more grenades. Oh, there goes my power because I haven't refueled the machine. You know, running out of power is a lot less bad in the early game, where it's not a sort of feedback loop. Oh wait, maybe I should split this a bit. just to split it. I don't actually need to. That's the power output, not the power remaining. Okay, more research. Logistics is important. This will be very beneficial. Yeah. Ooh. That would have been convenient if they landed just a little further down. And to the right. Okay, do the grenades after. Yeah, it's pretty... I mean, it's reasonable once you can clear them out. Like, once I can get to a car... I think the car kind of marks the point where it becomes easier to handle all of it. How expensive is the car in this game? I didn't actually check. Unless multi-cylinder engines are expensive, that's actually pretty... That seems cheaper to me. I could be misremembering. Cars could always have been cheap, but that seems kind of cheaper than I remember. Yeah. And cars are great until you run into a tree or a biter nest, and then you die really quickly. And then you have to rebuild your car for the 5th time in 20 minutes. Yeah. Oh, that just oh my goodness. Tank shells reminds me of, like, I don't know, the ultimate in-tank power with the, like, uranium ammo one-shotting the worms on Vulcan. Ooh, very fun. Because it actually made use of the damage. There's just so much. There's so much to look forward to. And that's not even including the space exploration. Also, in what must be more than an hour, I've gained 80% of my HP. I didn't mean to put wood in there. Unless HP regen was always this bad, and I never paid attention to it, HP regen's really rough. Just put 2 fuel, whatever. It's temporary. Oh yeah, I put coal, so I can't place that. Okay, logistics is important. I don't want electricity-based stuff yet. Ideally, I want steam power. Oh, that's so expensive. It's a lot of green science. And I don't have anything automating green science yet. I can at least do glass. I think that's worthwhile for all the other things that come. Oh yeah, the electric lab. Yeah, that's good. Okay. It's like, I mean, you gotta be careful. The space exploration has a time limit. Like, you gotta get exploring quickly. 5. Okay, that's 5. 12. 21, 22, 23, 24. This is not going to work as a position. I guess I'll have to worry about that. Okay, I'm just going to copy this. And then flip it. Because this left side doesn't have enough length to not need landfills. I have to move it somewhere else where I can actually blueprint it. I can't flip it, can I? Oh, I can. Good. I have to hit H, not F. And that's what I'm going to run with for now. Can I even make blueprints yet? I can't because I don't have blueprints. I'll leave that there. Yeah, it just probably... If you hadn't mentioned it, well, I would have assumed it would happen again eventually. But it would be like, oh, well, I wish I knew about that. And now it's like, oh, I should have been faster if I have my whole base get destroyed. 30 might not be enough. They let me manually craft sand. That feels generous. That feels like something that should be in a machine. Yeah. As long as there's... That type of thing can be annoying if there's no, like, warning. Can I can clip that and then clear it that way. Or cut that. Okay, it's just gonna sit here as a ghost. For the foreseeable future, because I don't think I can make an actual blueprint. No, blueprints aren't in... Yeah, I need this to save. It's been too long. If I click here... Oh no, it's down in the corner. Yes. Now I remember. Burning. That should work. I hope. Okay, I am not making the best progress, but I have the splitters and these that I wanted to build this. Okay. Do I have enough vertical space? Looks like I do. No marshes that need to be filled in. Okay. So I can get to work. So I'm going to dump here, which means that I don't need that chest there eventually. So this is output, so I need to have input here, input there. This only needs to start here. I can merge the two. I could just merge the two right here. And then split it. It's been too long. I have to verify how a splitter works. So if I press the wrong button again. Should research. Could do the electric lab. I need to mine crude oil. I need to research lights eventually. How do I... Oops. I don't remember how to place stuff down. F? Place one item. Item on ground. Oh, that, okay, thank you. I'd forgotten. Okay, it works how I think it works. Good. It works how I thought it works. Whatever. Means that I should just be able to splitter this, feed there, run this, feed it up. Which means that I can just connect that. Clear those for simplicity. That should load. I might have to figure out how to run electric wires because my blueprint doesn't account for that. I wish I had planned this better. And I wish it didn't pick stuff up that way. Yeah, that does, okay. I can fix it. This is not gonna be efficient placement of power poles at all if I do it that way. I don't know why I placed them that far up. So I can fix the blueprint easily enough, plan for power poles properly. But for now, that should be enough. Just to get started. It is not enough. I thought this was keeping up with the iron. Maybe it wasn't. Well, that's fine for now. I have some biters to go blow up. Yes. Oh, they're definitely absorbing stuff. Okay. I definitely need to blow them up. Okay, so 2 per second, 35 explosion. Left click to hold it. Right click to throw. This is the only one I need to deal with right now. I don't think it had any spitters last I was here. Okay, that's just a starting point. That guy doesn't look like he's from here. From the angle that they approached. Oh yeah, there's a second one right behind. With a bunch of guys. I don't think I can take that right now, but I'm a little bit safer. I feel like the audio is too low. Ah. I bet there was something really loud in Space Age. Okay. That should buy me a reasonable amount of time due to the nature of the area of a circle. I don't think I can get a car fast enough to use it to take out the next set. Need more of those for research. This was definitely why I had lower volume. That church leaves for now. The fuel is 17 and 17. I'm not researching because the light's finished. Waste of time. Do I try to get a car quickly? Ooh, trains. Trains are more fun, but... Elevator rail. Good, it is there. Wonderful. Wait, what's this tree rail? Oh. Isn't... Oh, that makes sense. It's letting you know that because you can do that, it'll think properly now. Okay. Car. I mean, they need the same research. That's kind of all that I need. Ooh, I don't need fast inserters yet. Don't really need logistics 2 either. I just need better power. Because it just feels wrong to be using that power, so... should just do steam power next. At least try to... I don't think I need to really automate the steam power that much. I should automate it at least a little, but... Coal's here, I can bring it up, that's not that bad. I should start making assembly machines. Or assembling machines. I said I was going to do stuff extending horizontally. I guess I could have all the material processing be vertical. It's ugly though. Just thinking about trying to get across it all. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3. This is not going to last forever. Eventually it will be replaced. So 1 block, maybe 2, isn't a big issue to drive around. I just, for now, plan to build these horizontally. I think that's fine. So I should adjust. Figure out power supply. That actually does supply it for both sides, okay. Yeah, that's what I need. Wrong one. This should be fine. Probably, yeah. I probably could just wait to get better power poles. Nah, it's acceptable for now. Did that change it? Yes. Double check real quick. Good. Okay. You mean like, also I need to fix this section real quick before I forget. I'm just gonna try to think about what specifically, okay, clear that. I can probably just destruction planner to clear that more easily. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at the blueprint. I mean, setting it up multiple smelting lines all share. I assume separately from how, like this line. Oh, where are we here? Darn, it gets bothered by that. That's annoying. I think this line would correctly chain with itself. Just get that all placed. That is ugly looking. But it might not. Why is that so bad looking? I'll just do this right now. It's gonna bother me if I don't. The power will flow, but it won't. Oh, you mean power in this case meaning the fuel power, not the electric power. I duplicated the power poles on the left side. I really didn't need that, did I? Yeah, I guess. If I plan that. Yeah, that can reach to there. I don't know why I added those to the blueprint. I thought I'd even considered that I didn't need those. So I have no idea why I added those. I guess I got distracted. Just get those somewhere for now. Yeah, there's probably... Placing them in here means that I could do... Isn't it fine if I don't compress it more? It could work. It won't tile properly with this being in line with that. It's like the outer ones would need to shift if I wanted it to tile properly. Yeah. I go here. I'll leave this one how it is. I will modify the blueprint itself. Oh wait, is electronics... Oh, no, electronics is just red, but I probably don't have any of the stuff needed. Okay, so I think I need to consider how I want to automate that stuff. This is now actually bad. Yeah, moving it in definitely makes sense, at the very least for that. Oh, then I have to replace. I guess I just copy the inside, basically. Actually, it's just directly copied, huh? I don't even need to flip it or anything. And that would work. Hard to figure out a good fuel input. Yeah, it makes sense to me as a... I'm gonna keep this for now. So we'll call it same thing every time. Run. I have to consider horizontal fuel, or just some other fuel. I really need a chest full of coal. Oh no, I don't really need a chest full of coal. I need a chest full of processed fuel. I guess, depending on the direction of the fuel, I guess I should look at this guy. You have the direct fuel running left. I guess if you position like splitters differently, you have more space to work with. And then you'd have the same space on the other side. So you'd have like a... You'd be able to have blocks that you can underground, move around and split. Oh no, you still do fuel at the bottom. You input the other stuff. Fuel and iron. Oh, okay. Fuel. Oh. Oh yeah, so like... You run that there, you split it, and then you remotely input it so that you can have the two lines running without it being like a cobbled together mess like what I currently have, which has no future proofing. Visualize it. Like that sort of deal? No, not that. Should be like that. I should make sure that I'm actually researching steam power, which means that I need to bring more of these up. This is consuming too much coal. Oh, okay, feeding onto them. So that, like working with that sort of feeding. And then I guess if we space it appropriately with undergrounds to avoid the main lines. However that is best handled. Yeah, looks like it could be a whole lot cleaner than what I would build normally. Which honestly, for stuff like iron, is probably for the best. Oh, okay, I'm actually short on this. I thought I was shorter on the other sides. Yeah, I guess because you don't really... A wooden circuit? That's weird. You don't really need... Like, ore doesn't get... Ore doesn't have that many uses as ore. Like, you don't need to pull it somewhere else either. So you need 100. Which means I need 100 of those. Okay, that should be a good amount, except that uses up the things that I was crafting. Okay, probably can ditch the iron only burner miners. I have to remember a lot of stuff, like steel walls are combat overhaul. 5 to 1. 16 seconds to craft, 3.2. 3.2 times 5 is 16 seconds, so perfect ratio. It should be simple enough. You don't need to... You don't need it to be splitting off because you can't... Like, the supply and the consumption is such that you won't have extra... I really want circuits. Are they... They're too expensive to justify for literally just this. That's the only reason I want circuits. And I can't justify that. Yeah. Like, unless you're deciding to not upgrade all your belts and stuff, there's probably, like... But, like, why? There's probably very little reason to not upgrade belts appropriately. Okay, I need to start... Well, I need to stop kind of soon. But... I need to start thinking about actually automating stuff. Which means I need to figure out what I want to automate and how. If I remember correctly, a lesson that I was told last time I played is that I probably should just reduce gears and stuff where I need them, instead of producing them all and then shipping them. Yeah. Like, you could intentionally have a faster, like, belt supply here, but then it would just be intentionally hindering yourself for, I guess, aesthetics. But that's not really... That's just really not the game for most people. Or really, I can't imagine anybody playing Factorio and deciding to intentionally have a worse factory just to have a weird specific design. That's just worse in every way. But people play in their own ways. Okay, but I can't do too much because otherwise I'll just keep going. But I should plan what I want to do. I should get... Should I automate science? Or should I automate... Automating? I should probably automate inserters and belts first. Inserters, belts, assembling machines are probably the highest priority. Oh, these... Okay, the space assembling machine can only work in space, so it's its own deal. I don't need to worry about that. And they all build off of assembling machines, so automating assembling machines is a good idea. Yeah. It's interesting. Steel is such a weird... I would totally go look at my space age save, because steel in that was kind of funny. With all the endgame, not even endgame, the like Vulcan mechanics. There's so many cool things. Flat solar panel? Oh! Solar panels you can walk on. Now that's a good addition. But I should make... I definitely need assembling machines for inserters. So, I need to start thinking about where I will build it. I will not build it today because I should stop. But, if I have this here, I can extend it this way, I can extend it that way, but extending it upwards is not functional, so I have to extend it this way. This will all output here. If I put the copper parallel but on the bottom, might be a bad idea, might be a good idea. I really don't know. For now, I will plan to build the copper on the bottom, and then I can leave spaces occasionally to pull stuff up. If I want to make assembling machines, I want space. These are running horizontal. How many resources are there to process? Too many. Because I don't know what is what. So. I think I plan around these extending that way. And then all of those sort of converging. Then I can work on stuff. They don't need to converge. I either extend stuff vertically or I supply stuff vertically and extend horizontal. I think if I start thinking expanding horizontal, that will be more sustainable. But if I just leave myself space, just tons of space will help. So if I make assembling machine stuff that is building, it's a lot of space here. I'll have to think about how I want to do that. Whether I want to run it horizontal or vertical, or just plan to build trains and just ship everything to different zones for whatever reason. But I should be stopping for today. I love Factorio. Yeah, just 12 lines. If it's 12 lines, if I just estimate, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's too far. That was overestimating. If 6 goes to here, 6 goes to there, I should start building my processing up here. Because that's one line. Oh no, this will extend left, and then I'll tile it upwards, which would not be useful, it's irrelevant, but yeah. I mean, 12 horizontally would probably be like there, at most. I'm not gonna count. Oh, and they're gonna be smaller if I... 1, 2... Yeah, somewhere around here. It'll be very wide. Well, yeah. If I properly decrease them, if I cut these in properly, instead of leaving it overly wide, I should definitely do that. I should do that right now, because I don't actually have anything built here. None of these aren't needed. Why do I leave them here if they're bad? Like that entire line doesn't even need to be ghosts yet. I don't know why I insisted on leaving it there. Because I can just do this. Except I didn't fix the ghost. I got distracted. The right side's fine for now. I keep saving this blueprint over and over. Burning. Blueprint setting. Snap to grid. Snap to grid. I could see that being some sort of parameterize, reconfigure. I don't know what this button does. I'm gonna push it. Nothing to parameterize. Create a copy. So if I save the blueprint with the grid, what does this? Oh, yep, there it is. I think the snap to grid is exactly the tiling. I just have to manage it better. Yeah, relative snap to grid. I can start from here and then just drag it. Not that I can do that because there's stuff in the way, but so if I click here, yeah, okay, I see how that works. That will be annoying until I have like drones. Like I click here, and I just drag it, and it just paints the whole world. Cool. That's incredibly useful. Oh yeah. Though it will still be an issue. But I can like drag it to estimate. That doesn't look right. It's not doing it correctly. Something about... Is it because I have this on both sides? Is why it doesn't tile correctly? If I did it at 10, it would tile properly? Yes. I think. That looks right to me. Oh, with the previous, it was duplicating the border. If I go back to the original default 11. Oh yeah, the double belts are correct. It looks wrong. But that is correct because it's the supply component. But I do need to consider that for maybe some other potential designs in the future, so it's good to know how that works now. Because yeah, this is supplying this, it's not supplying both because the numbers for this supply and this are not designed for supplying twice as much. Now I need to... unmark. Wait, nope. Import, cut. Did I cut that? Nope. There's all these specific things. Shift click. Nope, shift click doesn't work. Oh, shift click. Okay, there. Good. Yeah, it will be important to actually plan instead of just sort of doing my best to throw it together. Though it is fun to fix the problems as they occur after. I don't... Given the scope of space exploration, I think it's important to not have a cobbled together nightmare of a build in the long term. That's only 1 megawatt. That feels kind of low. Maybe that's higher than I thought, but the power in Space Age, I thought it went higher than that. Oh, cool. Magic storage. What a cool mod. Yeah, I'm assuming the mods are not working properly in Kerbal Space Program for you? Yeah, gotta make sure it all works. Space railways. Space rails. I love it. I love space. I've only ever messed with... Well, no, I've messed with some trying to use mods that just don't work sometimes. But it's definitely gonna be easier to work with stuff than to do more. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I stop instead of continuing forever. Is it making the Kerbal peoples suffer from heartburn? It's very mean. What a mean mod. You're taking away their Pepto-Bismol? That helps with heartburn? I don't actually know what Pepto-Bismol does. I've just seen ads for it. I wonder if that falls under the Canadian advertising. No, they have to explain it. And Pepto-Bismol is sort of a drug-related thing, but it's not a drug. Because it's just like calcium, not calcium. I'm assuming it's basically just a Tums effect, but it's not important. Ah. Roblox is a weird concept. Okay, I should stop. If I don't stop, I will never stop. And that would be a bad thing. So yeah, I will stop here. Thanks for stopping by. It's always fun to chat. I'll probably play this again. I'm basically going to play this on the weekend for the foreseeable future because it's great. Have a nice night, day, etc. Bye-bye.